right, so I'm putting together a little bit of footage from the next day. So I want to show you some of the places where the water has really risen. As of right now, I think it's about 2:30 in the afternoon. The actual river height is starting to go down, but it did reach up to that 20 foot mark, I believe. So yesterday I was standing here and I was actually, I don't know, it's 10 feet or so down, talking to you guys about how this is where we have an irrigation site for the tractors. So this is filled up here, and then we have this whole area here where the water has come in and has actually flooded that entire field down there. So that whole field ended up getting flooded. But yeah, you can see that the water level was up to here. So it actually has started to go down quite a bit. And I'll show you some footage from the other side there. We have an old dozer that's in the water now, so I don't know how good that'll be after this. Yeah, so on to the next spot. And this is that field here that I was just showing you guys. So this whole thing here. Some of the roads that were closed are passable now. We kind of went around some of the roadblocks to check it out, but there's actually like more roads closed today than there was yesterday due to the trees and from the flooding water. And there's our little dozer here. The other thing is it got below freezing temperatures last night, so that did not help matters. Any places where water was in places it shouldn't have been and froze, it's made this whole thing a little bit more complicated. Freezing water ruins a lot of stuff. All right, so our little dozer's right out here. Boop. And all this here is water that was frozen. So the water level creeped up here. So this is the field right behind the farm in Auburn. We've got a little upper field and then a little lower field here. All this corn is washing into the road. So this is a spot right here where I was standing in the water yesterday, probably around this time, maybe a little bit earlier, right there. So the water has gone up a lot since then. And this road is closed, but you know, we came through just to check out the field. We obviously cannot go any further that way. I'll see if I can get an aerial shot of what this actually looks like, but it's pretty flooded. Field underwater. was standing there yesterday talking by that substation, that gas substation there, and that's completely, you know, underwater now too. So today is the 20th. The next day, we still do not have power at the farm, so this is 3 days now. Today's Wednesday. Power doesn't come back tomorrow. We're gonna have to hook up a generator to turn some of the fans on to circulate air in the potato house. So the plan is, hopefully, we see a lot of people out on the roads today, cutting trees, and CMP is our power company out here, so they're working to try and get the power back. But that barn that I showed you that was in the middle of the road, that's probably the biggest reason why we don't have power here right now. So hopefully that'll be better tomorrow. So I'm gonna head back to Lewiston now, and I'm gonna see what I can get. I know I can't go through one of the roads, but I'm gonna drive around and try and show you guys some of the fields. And the water's definitely gone up since the last video that I put up. So I'm getting ready to drive through some areas here. It says the road's closed, but Shane just went through, so I'm going through. Just gotta go slow here. Alright, I made it. That was not that bad. Alright, so I'm gonna go show you guys something. So I talked a little bit yesterday about how the floodwater coming in, the way our fields are, is it brings a lot of silt into the cropland, which also brings nutrients, and this is a really good example here of how this water brings all of this in. So you can see on the road here that this is all silt that has been brought in from the water, and that deposits into this, all of this flooded area. So all of this silt will bring in nutrients, and that's why we don't really look at the flood as such a negative to our lands, because when this comes in, it stays in and it doesn't flow back out. The way the property is, it doesn't really carry it through. Everything kind of leaches into the fields and then it slowly recedes, and then all of this is left in the fields. So back in Lewiston, this is what I just drove through here. So it looks steep, but it's not too bad. Obviously a car wouldn't make it, but the truck's fine. Yeah, so the water level is going down, which is good. So we were over here last night too. It's pretty crazy last night. Crazy to see all that water at nighttime. We went up to the falls last night too. So this part of the road, you can see the water was all the way up to here. It's gone down quite a bit. It's good. You can see the water is running the way it should be now. All right, let's go down and see the big field. Can't get to the last field. I don't think I'm gonna trudge all the way down there. I know what it looks like. It is full of water. Let's see what this is looking like here. We've got a stream still coming in, so it's not done filling. Level's gone down. You can see a little bit of erosion here. I'm gonna put my boots on. Over here, Pretty silty and stuff here, but as you can see, the water's still flowing in pretty steadily. It'll be a little while before this starts flowing the other way out. This road is completely flooded still, and pretty much a lake all the way to the very last field.